Hello guys, this is DIY Cars Repairs. In today's video we have a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500 van, and the issue with this van is when you turn on the ignition and try to start, doesn't start. So another thing I noticed, when you look up here, none of your gauges was working. All of the gauges are off, and if you look up to your odometer, we'll say no bus. So with the no bus issue, that gives me to believe there is an issue with the 5-volt reference that comes from the PCM. And when I try to communicate with the PCM, I'll connect my scanner tool. It's gonna take some time to load. And here's the scanner said unable to communicate with the PCM. Now I'm looking to see if I have the 5-volt reference coming from the PCM. So we have right here our throttle position sensor. You're gonna unplug that. There's a tab right here. You press on the tab down and pull out. And now we're gonna check with a multimeter. You have to make sure you do this test with the multimeter. A test light won't help you in this case. This is your ground right here. So we're gonna tap into that. And right here we should get 5 volts from the PCM. In this case now we're reading 0. So now there's no signal coming from the PCM to start the van. First thing you want to check is your fuses. There is a fuse panel right here, and I checked all of this, and all these fuses is good. None of them are blowing or corroded or anything. And in the engine compartment there's another fuse box right here, right next to your battery. And there's a tab right there. I on it like that. This comes out. And now check all these fuses and make sure you're all good. There is no blown fuses or anything. And I have also checked these, and all of them checked out. Everything's good. So now my next theory is now we have a problem with the PCM, and this problem is very common on those vehicles. So now first thing first, before we do any other investigation, we need to disconnect the negative battery terminal and make sure it's not touching. Have this put away. And now you're gonna unplug your PCM plugs and make sure all these connectors are good. There's a tab right here. You press on it down and pull it back, and this one came out. And if we look over there, there's no corrosion, no strange colors or anything. I'm gonna look at the next one, which is the one that have the bus signal, and that one is good as well. And look in there, there's no issue in there. And look at the next one, and this one looks fine. There's a little bit of like melting or like heat damage in there, but nothing in the connectors that says this PCM has any connection issue. So now my diagnosis so far came up to point at the PCM as faulty. And lucky for you, if you're watching this video and you have an issue with your GM or Chrysler PCM, I came across this company here. It's called Flashmasters, and there's a phone number and they have a website on there and an email. And I spoke to so many companies, but I had no luck with customer service or people that actually cared to talk about the issue. But Flashmasters was the best, and they were able to figure out exactly which PCM that I need off of my VIN number, and it comes in programmed to your VIN, and all you gotta do is just plug and play, which I'm gonna show you how to replace your PCM that comes in pre-programmed from Flashmasters. And I also will leave a link to their website and their phone number and their email address, so if you have any question about your GM or Chrysler PCM, you could go ahead and give them a call or an email, and I'm sure they will help you. They have the best customer service in this sort of an issue. And if you order your PCM before 2 p.m. Eastern time, you will get your PCM shipped out the same day. And in my case, I had my computer exactly 2 days after ordering. So I really recommend this to you guys. And now we're gonna see how to replace this PCM. So you're supposed to have another bolt here, but this bolt is missing. So you're gonna start with this one and break it loose. This is a 5/16 socket. I'm gonna break that one loose. And then you're gonna come up to this one, break that one loose. There we go. Come out to the PCM, just fish it around. Now I'm coming in with the remanufactured computer from Flashmasters. Line it up. Make sure it's snug. Make sure that one is snug as well. And now we're gonna reconnect your plugs. Make sure you give it a tug, make sure it doesn't come out. And there goes our second one. Clicks in. And there goes our third one. Make sure you give them all a tug, make sure nothing comes loose. And now we're gonna put a cover back. Connect your battery terminal. And now when we get back into the van, you could see now our gauges are moving. And wait a little bit in here. No more bus issues. Let's try to start it. Yes. Now she's running. We have an ABS issue, and this ABS issue has been there before the computer went down. So we're gonna try to investigate this issue later on. But the main thing is our PCM now is functioning, and now we have our gauges are working. I have my scanner plugged into the port, and as you see right here, it says Chrysler. Yes. Now we have no codes because we just replaced the computer, but now we actually have communication with the PCM. I don't know if you can see this or not, but before we didn't have no communication with the PCM, and no start, no gauges. And now, after replacing the PCM from Flashmasters, we're able to turn it off. Let's check one more time. Our gauges is working. The van starts right up. All this job is probably about 20 minutes, and all is because of Flashmasters and the job they done with the PCM being pre-programmed to the VIN of the vehicle. And all I had to do is literally just take out the old one, put it in the new one, and I'm back and running. One more time. Yes, that's what you want to see. And more important, there is no bus message anymore. Our bus network is working now. If this video helped you to replace your PCM on your Dodge or Chrysler, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos on this vehicle or any other vehicle that we have on the channel. And that was it for this one, and we'll see you in the next one.